The horrors of methamphetamines. Rehabs.com has put out a picture or pictures of people's mugshots after they've done meth. And it's a bit of a progression, if you want to call it that. Usually it's someone who's been arrested for the first time using meth and then for the fourth time using meth. And this is supposed to serve as a deterrent so people don't try meth. But it's interesting because researchers are saying that this is not an effective deterrent.
Looks like Mila Kunis.
No, she doesn't.
A little bit.
You crazy.
The left one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So, I mean, I like that they show the age because it shows you the difference between 32 and 38. In that picture, I mean, look at this picture. It's amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes they can go a few years and keep it together, kind of, but sometimes not.
There was one that just was amazing.
Oh, when I saw this, it was cut off. Oh, wait, can you go back to that one? It was cut off, and I only saw the top two, and I was like, what the fuck's wrong with the second one? What are you getting dogging on him for? He looks pretty good. And then, oh, yeah. Oh.
That one is the one that just really tripped
That's
me
pretty
out.
rough.
Oh. Okay, yeah,
I don't even know. That doesn't look like a human. That looks like some sort of burning or something, right?
Yeah, I feel like something happened.
I feel kind of bad
her.
about that one. I don't know.
I feel like some sort of accident happened in that one. But anyway,
Maybe.
okay, you guys get the picture. But what's interesting about this is, look, it definitely serves as a deterrent for me. I have absolutely no interest in trying meth. And what's interesting is that researchers are saying that, you know, it might seem like a good way to convince people to not try meth, but when it comes to certain young people, when it comes to teenagers, for instance, they're very self-absorbed, they're egotistical, they don't think that it'll ever happen to them.
Yeah.
You know, and I can totally understand. I remember being a teenager and thinking the same way, but at the same time, I mean, I'm in favor of legalization and educating people on the impact of these drugs. Okay, tobacco is a perfect example. In the United States, we had a very great anti-tobacco campaign. Of course, the tobacco industry hated it, but as a result of that, less and less people were smoking. So I would like to see the same thing happen with meth, and I like education campaigns like this because maybe it's not a deterrent for everyone, but I think it definitely speaks volumes to some people.
Yeah, something could be incredibly ineffective, but it's still better than nothing. I mean, maybe if it drops the percent by 10%, those are lives that you're saving effectively. And look, the same argument could have been made to the smoking. Like, yeah, they're incredibly self-absorbed. They don't think that their lungs are gonna crumple up or something like that, but apparently it has worked. And they talk about here that, I think the number, let's see, in 1999, 4.7% of high school students had used meth. That was down to 1.2% of seniors in 2009. Yeah, so that's significant progress, and certainly that can't be attributed to this since the campaign started way into that. But we're making some progress. Arena actually challenged me to find numbers on how successful this had been, and I totally failed. I wasn't able to find anything. But I do think that it's interesting, and it certainly can't hurt. And the fact that it's, for the most part, it's like blogs are set up that are doing this, like the Faces of Meth and all that. But what's interesting about this is when I was looking at those photos, it made me wonder how far we as Americans would be willing to let a campaign of this sort go. So what if instead of the face of meth, it was just a shot of like the human midriff, and it was like 20, and then 3 years of McDonald's, and then 6 years of like 4th of July barbecues, and it just shows the expanding waistline. That would be just as real, and it has just as strong, maybe not just as strong, but it has strong health effects.
Well, food is a little different though, because with meth, you can just not use meth and you'll be fine, right?
Well, you could not eat incredibly unhealthy food.
Well, but food, I mean, food is just as addicting as some drugs, which is incredible. You know, it has the same impact, especially when it comes to fatty foods. And think about it, we're biologically driven to eat as much as we can. Back in the days when we were hunter-gatherers, you know, we had to work for our food, and now we have all this food at our disposal.
Well, then all the more reason to have some sort of educational campaign.
I'm in favor of the educational campaign,
just
don't get me wrong.
Just not the stomachs of candy and fast food?
I'm just trying to say that I don't think it would be as effective.
Okay.
You know.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, okay. Keep working on that.
Yeah.